serving here in Bangor, Virginia at the church. Grew up a pretty good childhood, man. My mom and dad divorced when I was about 7, 8 years old. She married a guy that was very abusive to me, my brother, my mom, especially my mom. When I was about 16, my mom finally turned around and left this guy, and we moved up to Oklahoma City. And I lived a pretty secluded childhood. I didn't get to do much. I just was strictly school, homework, to bed, eat to bed, whatever. And so when my mom divorced her second husband, I went wild. I mean, I just didn't go wild, I went wild. I got into drugs, got into the wrong people. I was a heathen. I mean, that's the easiest way to say it. I did that for a long time. I was about 17, 18. I lived out in southwestern Oklahoma, in a little town called Weatherford, Oklahoma. I ended up getting a girl pregnant. I was on drugs. Man, I didn't want to take responsibility because the drugs had a hold of my life. So me and my daughter's mom, we were off and on from, I'd say, probably 98 to about 2002. 2002, she was just like, I'm done with you. She ran with my daughter. I didn't see her until I didn't see my daughter until 2004. And the only reason I got to see my daughter is because I couldn't straighten my life up. Her mom ran with her. So in 2004, I got a phone call saying that my daughter's mother was murdered. So automatically I was in and out of trouble. I was still in drugs. I lost my daughter to her grandparents. Her grandparents basically raised her up until I could prove myself that I could get off the drugs and stuff like that. I'll tell you what, from 2004 until about 5 years ago, I lied, I stole, I did meth, I did coke, Xanax, Lortabs, whatever you could think of, I did. I was a full-blown alcoholic during the whole time. I mean, I would turn around and go to work for 14 days. I would get off my 7 days off the rig, and I'd go straight to the bar, the drugs, the alcohol, just everything, man. The day before I'd go back to work, I'd sleep for 24 hours. I'd go back to work. I'd be cool. I'd drink a little bit while I was at work with the guys. And then as soon as I got on my 7 days off, it was just alcohol, booze. I mean, it was everything, man. Like, I wasn't allowed in my mom and dad's house for a long time. My mom, she didn't want nothing to do with me. I talked to my brother. I started using meth because I walked in with my real dad with a needle in his arm, and he was so paranoid I was going to tell my mom. He was trying to fight me if I didn't do a lot of coke with him or a lot of meth with him. That really got me started on the hardcore drugs. But and I'll tell you what, I've been in and out of church all my life. I turn around and I'd go hardcore for a while, and I'd run for it for a couple of years. I'd get back into it until about 6 years ago, I met a childhood friend, and his name is Scott Davis. He lives in Mustang, Oklahoma. And I started hanging around him again. He started getting me off the drugs, started getting me off the alcohol, just whatever I was doing. Got back into church. I was living in Tulsa then. I was going to Live Church there in Bixby, Oklahoma. And the pastor there, he helped me a lot. And then I say about 4.5 years ago, I moved to Oklahoma City. And I've always been into cars. I love cars. And at the time, I was out at a Saturday night open, I was out at a car show. And I would have never guessed I would have met Juan and Michelle Camargo. And through Juan and Michelle, man, that's it.
Amen.
Amen. I needed to be held responsible for what I did. I needed that accountability. And I haven't had a drink in the last 2.5 years. And I haven't known. A lot of it is right here at church. being involved in the church, going to Bible study, even though Curly and David, I've been slacking here lately. I know I have.
Yep.
But from here on out, I'm gonna be hardcore in it, man.
Man, we got a whole house of witnesses.
Yeah.
But man, stuff cleaned up. My mom told me she's proud of me for the first time in 10 years. I'm not proud of me because she turns around and everything I post on Facebook, she turns around, you know, church related or God related. She's always there. She's always liking me, man. My dad, my stepdad, he's been more of a dad to me since I was 16 than my real dad has. I'm 38 now, so having him part of my life, keep him in your prayers, please. He's got a beginning of Alzheimer's and dementia. So, but I couldn't have done it without God. First and foremost, you know, he's seen something in me. I didn't see myself, and the brothers, man, thank y'all for holding me accountable. And thank y'all for letting me get up here. Amen.
Man, we can't continue to stop clapping for God. Y'all let's keep clapping. Tell hands to